478. Welcome back. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Yeah, welcome back too. Yeah.
Yes.
And you know
Hopefully
what?
everyone had a good week.
Feels like we just did this.
Yes, it does.
It's
Huh.
3.5 in the blur. One long day. That's how it goes.
Yeah.
Because I woke up this morning like it's Friday. Then I checked my bank account. I was like, it's Friday.
And that's why when I got off, I wanted to take a nap, but I said, I don't want to force myself to go to sleep because I'm a grown up. I don't got to go to sleep when I can go to sleep when I want to.
You sound like a kid. Sometimes you need to force yourself to go to sleep.
Yeah,
So
and
you
I was
can be
like,
up
no,
late.
I want to get off on work and be able to have some time to myself. I don't want to just have to go to work and go to sleep. I want to have some time for myself. And then I was like, I'm just missing my nap.
You just keep pressing the meter now.
I'm sorry. Apologies. Let me make sure we sound good. I think
Yeah,
you
I
gotta
gotta
talk.
speak up.
Speak
Yeah.
up, Anthony. You
Yeah.
gotta fight for your right to
The party.
party.
Oh,
But so what are we talking about this week? How was you said you already said how your week was? Oh, he got glitter on his cheek. He got a night job. He work at night. Y'all know he work at night. He got glitter on his face.
that'll make me dirty too. It was from last night.
What are we talking about this week? It's hot. It's hot in Philadelphia.
It's hot everywhere right now. We
I
can't
guess it's hot
complain.
everywhere, but
We can't complain. And
I'm
I
not
heard,
complaining. I love the heat.
I heard, it's actually
Cool.
cooling down in Africa right now and in Europe.
Really?
So where we're getting all this
All this
extra
heat.
heat, they're getting a cold spell. Colder
Yeah.
than usual.
Girl I know I went to school with, she was telling me about a lady she knows, and she said it's cold right now. Like it's different cold. And I'm like, oh,
Yeah, like we're having record heat, they're having some kind of record cold for whatever time of year it is for them. So like,
I think this is their winter. This is their winter, but it's not. It's
it's not.
cold. Like their winter, I believe in Kenya. That I'm talking about is like 60 degrees.
Yeah, because
So
they're
it must
still
be
close.
down like the 50s or 40s there now. It's like, what the?
Mhm.
What is going on?
They might see some snow. Like one in
Wow.
town.
Mount Sinai. No, I don't know.
Ain't is it? No, I'm not.
What?
I was gonna say Kilimanjaro, but I'm like, I don't know. I don't know.
It
I
is
think that's-
Kilimanjaro. That's
I'm
the
pretty
tallest
sure that's.
one.
I think that's.
That's like the second tallest mountain,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I
It's
think
Mount
that's-
Kilimanjaro in Kenya.
I think it is, but I'm not positive.
Yep.
That's why
You're right.
I wasn't sure. Still not, but I'll take your word for it. If we're wrong when you're
Oh, let's put allegedly up here.
getting
Let's do
There we-
that before we continue speaking.
Or we get all corrected in the comments.
So, let's talk about what we're talking about this week. What's the
Okay.
first thing I put down here? I don't even know what it. Oh, slavery. How great was it for your people?
Oh, they learned all those skills that
They never had.
yeah, that allowed them to further their own self.
Yes. Did they think that we would before we met them that we were just twiddling our thumbs and just digging up a butts and
No,
stuff?
you seen the old Looney Tunes cartoons? You the
Oh.
spear chucking
Yeah,
in the
they
jungle.
really believe that.
Yeah, that's
That we didn't speak. Like they couldn't read or write, and it was like we
Your
don't.
language.
Your language, dummy. Oh, we speak multiple languages.
but not yours.
There's something wrong with y'all. Ah. And so now in Florida, what we're speaking about is in Florida. DeSantis technically didn't write it or enforce it, but
He passed the law.
passed the law. For them to teach in the curriculum to teach slavery and how it
Right.
benefited.
And I wish they would stop tying them. I want to see the actual faces that wrote it.
Yeah.
Those are the people who I would like to confront. Those are the people who I would like to know about.
It's just listen, from what I've learned about the white people, and they're not I'm not good, bad, or indifferent, the type of people. They just have this belief that we don't exist really. It's like we exist almost for amusement, we exist for pitying, we exist for certain things and certain show offs. But for the most part, we we don't have a past to them. Everything they believe is like, oh, y'all must believe it too.
Yeah. We started with slavery, as far as they concerned.
Yeah, and even that, like I had a conversation with one of my friends who happens to be white, and I was saying how slavery is not a bad thing, and he's like, how could you say something? I said, what y'all did wasn't slavery, and a lot of black people say is enslavement or bondage. That's what we say. Y'all don't even know what we say over here because y'all don't care. And I was like, no, slavery, just like it say in the Bible, you don't hit your slaves, you feed your slaves, you don't separate them from who they're people, you don't even separate them from their language. They get to have that. A slave was somebody who you either conquered in war, who had to become part of your society, and eventually one of their kids can marry somebody and be something else, and they can grow and be something, but you owe a debt. That's what slavery was. And slavery wasn't forever. It was you paid this debt off, and it might have been your whole lifetime, but your children were able to not be, or that kind of way. What white people did was some terroristic stuff. Like it was no selling and grabbing and stealing people. It was, hey, I conquered this area, and I conquered this area. These are my people now, and y'all have to work amongst this for a certain amount of years or whatever. But you have an opportunity to be somebody, and it's not like, oh, I hate you. It's like, no, all right, this is your job. Then go on back over there. We don't intermingle, whatever, and this and this and that. But not beating on people, not eating people, not throwing baby. Like there's terrible things that they've done. To even compare it to something that has been done all for hundreds and thousands of years, and change that narrative and change the meaning of what that was to fit what they did to make it okay.
Well, and they're always going to change the meaning of everything to fit their narrative.
So for them to be teaching the curriculum that slavery benefited black people.
Like I have plenty of white friends who I genuinely love on an individual basis. But white people as a whole,
that culture
is
fascinating in a sense because, like, all right, this is how fascinating it is. When my child, when she was like second or third grade, she just came up to me one day. She said, why do white people feel that they're superior to black people when the sun doesn't like them? And I said,
that's them.
But no, I'm just saying. Then I thought about it, and I said, the sun gives life to every living thing on this planet. Everybody, every soul needs the sun to to live and survive,
to be healthy. Yeah.
Even the planets and everything else. They need a gravitational pull. And the only thing that the sun threatens is them. And when she said, I had to think, like, that has to be an egotistical being to believe that they are superior. And nobody's trying to be superior or make anybody inferior. We just trying to be. But you can't fathom that you can't be above somebody or somebody has to be below you, that those are the only ways you can intermingle with people. Instead of just minding your business and being a person with somebody. That's it. You do you, you do you. And half the time, if you do that, everybody will be grooving and having a good time. But you have to keep doing this thing of wanting to be above someone. You have to push somebody below you in order for you to feel or be something. It's fascinating, the mind that would see that everything that's around them does not serve them, yet they feel like they're superior to everyone else. It's fascinating.
It's going to bend to their will one way or another. That's how they see it.
It's fascinating. Yeah. So if your child lives in Florida, if your family's like, oh, my babies live in Florida, come on, I'm going to teach you the right thing. Shout out to my girl Candace. They're going to learn. Well, I don't know what they learned down south anyway, because a lot of times, from what I understand, some of that stuff don't be the same thing we learn up north. And I'm not saying this dumber, and I'm not saying this less, but it seems like it is skewed a certain way. Y'all learn about different generals and stuff that we will never learn about.
That we touch on.
Yeah,
no, they touch on.
You have them like listed in the paragraph or something, but there's no real big.
Yeah.
We're not talking about General Mustard, or if that's the general. I don't know. It's the General Mustard, right? Or that's Colonel Mustard from Clue. My bad. They probably got a General Mustard. Whatever, you know, they're generals and stuff like that down there. We probably would never. I never knew. See, I don't even know General Mustard.
You made them.
See, that's how much we learn about your generals and stuff because y'all lost. Like we don't care.
That's wrong. Well, I
mean,
nobody ever cares about
it is wrong. It is wrong. We should learn about everybody, but for real, we don't care. Up north. We will never. I know they
must be from down south. Sorry, y'all.
I'm just saying. I'm not. You got to listen to the rest of the stuff I'm saying. I'm just saying people up north are not learning about people down south. We're learning about other things, and maybe those things you're not learning about. But that's the things that kind of make the world go around.
From our perspective.
But no, the rest of the world don't be saying slavery was a benefit to the black people. Now they may feel that way, but
about the other stuff they learned. I'm not talking about that bullshit because I was taught some lies too.
We definitely was taught some lies. But when you hear the lies, let me say this. I was talking to this white lady, and we were talking about like what languages I speak. And I told her Spanish. I said I speak. She's like, "Oh, Spanish." I said I speak Mexican Spanish. I speak like Caribbean Spanish, and I speak European Spanish. As you said, European Spanish. I said, "Oh no!" She probably one of those people like you don't speak that language and speak back in your country. They not from there. They not from there. Like I'm not from England.
Yeah, but I speak English.
I just was like, and she was really baffled that I spoke European Spanish. That's regular Spanish.
That's the first Spanish.
Spanish.
That's the Queen Spanish.
Yeah. And I just was baffled. I said, "Oh, but they live in this part of the country where they will have never learned that. Or they will learn that those Mexicans speak Spanish. All the people that speak Spanish are Mexicans, and they need to go back to their country with their language. That's not their language." So I can understand like how they would be taught that. And then when you come up with that kind of mindset, it's wrong, all the way wrong. And then you have people who are learning the right thing, then we're not learning the same thing.
Yeah.
It's something that is missing.
Yeah. And then you want to yell at me for telling you the truth. I'm like, I don't care. I don't even care if you know the truth or not. But don't ask me. Don't have a conversation with me if you don't. You can't handle the truth.
Yeah. So with that added layer, but they were already doing the critical race theory, racism.
They were trying to erase that.
But I'm not. I don't know.
It's fucking for college level and college graduate level studies.
Oh, but we can't have African Americans.
No, that's what critical race theory was all for. Mm-hmm. They was like, they're teaching it in ours. No, they're not. They're just teaching history.
It wasn't even in.
It was just history.
Oh.
All they were teaching was history.
Oh, I thought
they were not teaching critical race theory.
Oh, they just went and
history without lying about it. They was like, no, you have to lie about it. You have to tell it the same way it was told to me.
And you like, but you know it's wrong, and everybody else should know it's wrong. And they're like, nope, it ain't right.
It made me feel bad. No, it made me feel bad.
Oh yeah. They feel bad, and it can get uncomfortable. Those conversations be uncomfortable,
and that's why South Africa they immediately had it.
Yeah,
and they said it was still a long transition time, but now like it's so much the racism is so much cleaner.
It's cleaner racism.
Yeah,
because they still can't we can't go certain parts of the country. We know we can't go there in certain parts of South Africa. They can't go there. So
I would really love to drive across the country, but I have to strategically
you have to get a green book.
Yeah.
You have to get something, and we got to find out they still there. You got to call and go around. Because I thought about that. I was like,
we got to drive fast through here.
Yeah.
Like, if we're going to go this way.
We got to make sure we get, and what time we going so we can be out here before sundown.
Yeah.
And we have to do that. And that's like in Delaware. Like, I mean, that's 45 minutes away. And if you go further up.
No, I was about to say, there's some places.
No, but no, when my cousin went to Edinburgh and we caught the bus up there, that was a 14-hour bus ride. Not the same, not as long as Detroit's. But it was we couldn't get off the bus at some stops. Like he was like, "No, you can't get off here." And I was like, "Well, I'm just gonna go to the bathroom." He said, "Well, no, you're going to hold it." He says, "Don't get off here." And it was a couple of stops where it was just we couldn't get off.
Yeah, you're not safe off here.
And you can't do nothing to help us. And I was like, "This how they felt in the country." I was like,
sit my ass back in the back and shut up.
I don't have to pee no more.
You scared the pee out of me.
I said, I will not get off. And then we couldn't get off campus. We went off campus one time, but we couldn't.
We were sent to Penn State
And that's not
on
far
a small engines contest.
A small engine.
Engine.
Oh, I was about to say
like lawnmower engines.
1 little, 2 little, 3 little.
I would at least say Indian.
I say the engines. I said, no, you can't do that.
If I'm gonna call them, if I'm gonna be as ignorant enough to call them engines, I might as well do that.
That would have been real ignorant. But I'm just saying, I related. 1, 2, 3 little. All right, never mind. I'm a little country.
See, like I was saying, the racist cartoons we grew up with. Like that's what they really
And listen, like how Papa John said, I just can't stop saying
it. He didn't call nobody a nigga.
He said, I just can't stop saying it. I just can't stop saying it. He's stupid. But anyway, educate children.
Yeah, for real. Learn history for real.
Yeah, like, please do.
It'll make us all better off.
Yes.
As
and
a
people
society.
Just know yes, it would make us all a lot better as a society because we can come together and actually work together.
When we can agree on facts, I think we were in a better place. Before the invention of alternative facts, I really think we were in a better place as a country.
We need y'all just need to get it together.
Never a good place, but a better place.
Yeah, this is strong. I don't think this is. All right, so real quick, what's your thought? I was watching something we were saying that posting your significant other on the world, the social media world. Like what's up with that?
People feel like, well, everybody posts their whole life now.
I know that is the care.
And it's weird. And I'm like, how do you enjoy life if you're constantly posting?
That's what I was trying to do that at one time. I think I tried it 3 times, and I was like, I can't do this because I know people. Is that like that? Yes, it is. Oh, it's going to feel nice and cool again. I see the breeze. So I see the breeze.
Damn, you got some good eyes.
I do. I just put clean contacts on. But no. So you made me forget what I was saying. It's so. I looked outside and it looked so beautiful. What was I talking about? Oh, posting your
everybody on. Yeah.
I'll go with some people who won't touch their food until they take a picture of it.
Yeah,
and I understand they doing it for their blogs and they doing it for this. And I say, but when do you really enjoy it? And then she's always get on me because I'm starting to eat and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna take a picture. But after I was like, we just gonna take a picture after I start eating because I can't. I said my food in my face and I want to eat it. I've been waiting for it. It's not like when I got there, it magically was just there and I have time to say, oh, this is what I like. I want this. Mm-hmm. No, I was waiting for this food. When it came in front of me, I wanted to eat it.
Yeah,
like to take a picture of it and then get the right picture. It's getting cold.
I don't think I could. Like, I don't care enough about nobody else's opinion. Like, oh, if you want to know what I'm doing,
yes, and I was like, nobody can be interested in what I'm doing.
Yeah,
just take it.
But then I look what everybody else wants. I'm like, this.
Yeah, I could be interesting. But no, like taking pictures of your outfit. I wish I took pictures of my outfits because they look pretty nice. But I really don't care either. I remember what I look like.
I think you really have to care a lot about other people's opinions.
I guess so. I do understand it's a stream of income in a way, but I just could not care enough to care about that kind of money.
Yeah, because then I have
For me, I understand it is.
No, but on the same note, you got to bend to their whim a little bit. Whatever they like, you have to do in order to drive that.
Oh, no.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, no.
I'm not consistent.
Yeah, and I don't.
I'm just not.
I just don't care.
I
know this is an opinion show, and I'm glad you tuned in to listen to my opinion.
Let's be having fun.
Yeah, we're just having fun.
Look at his shirt. Look how fun the shirt is. It's the home of the Mick.
The Big Mick.
The Big Mick. McDowell's clean.
Where's New York? It's my work shirt.
McDowell. Calvin. Tyrone. Both of them black days. Yeah, I just can't get down with all the social media, everything. But even when I started Facebook late because I could have started in college because I think people were doing that.
I started later than you because I haven't started yet.
You don't need to start.
Oh, man.
I let it go. You don't need to start. But but I never on the air. I did like little posts here, and every once in a while I would put a picture up. Like when I look at all the pictures I have up there, and then I look at all the pictures people be up there, I'm like, I ain't taking pictures.
Oh,
it's been 14 years.
I got 2 Instagram pictures, and 3 to 5 years, however long I've been on there, I got 2 posts, and not nothing more than me.
I have in 1 year. I think I have enough. I have enough that would fill somebody's monthly. So I tried to do it. I was doing it one day, then the next day, and I was like, man, this is dumb. Nobody cares.
And that's the thing. Nobody's going to care in the beginning anyway. If that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
But
anyway, so I don't agree with posting a person.
I'd rather just come to the internet and talk shit once a week.
Yeah, this is fun. We have fun here. I'd rather not be posted on somebody's social media. It's your social media. It's not my social media. It's not our social media. It's yours.
Yeah,
I don't really care what you have on there. People share some secrets.
If I'm not posting me on mine, please don't post me on yours.
Now, if we take a picture together, then fine. But don't let it be the picture that you picked out because I'm in it. Yeah. It just like this happens to be a picture we were standing. Yeah. I don't know, but
I'm not hiding from nobody. So
yeah, don't put no like too old for that. But yeah, I don't agree with that. I would rather not my person put me on their social media. It's nobody's business. I don't want the pressure. I've had that pressure before, and it's so whack. It's so whack.
You won't post me.
Yeah, or let people know that it's so whack. So I would never want to put that pressure on somebody. It's weird because then how you do it, and when do you do it, and how often do you do it? It like becomes a whole thing. Yeah, so no, I'm good on that. All right, let's talk about. Okay, let me get this right. Comedian Just Hilarious. Oh yeah, it's Sunday.
That was from that.
Oh, and it's raining, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, here.
Nice. Comedian Just Hilarious responded to a trans woman's TikTok. But they only show a little clip of it. From what I understand, the whole TikTok was about still a trans woman speaking about how women's periods and womanhood does not belong to women. Listen, but what the trans woman was talking more about is trans men who don't consider themselves women anymore. It's offensive to them. Hold on. It's offensive to them,
but they didn't,
because they don't call themselves women, but they still bleed and they can get pregnant and stuff like that. Well, come on. First of all, for one, if a trans man felt that way, why aren't trans men coming out and like being that vocal like that? And maybe they are, and I haven't seen it.
Because women are timid and men are vocal.
Yes.
And then things are backwards.
There you go. And so they got into it where Just Hilarious was saying how you can't speak on who owns womanhood. And you can't. You're a man who wants to be a woman or feels like a woman, but you're still. I think people assume that womanhood, and when you talk about different cultures, maybe it is this way in other cultures, but I know for Black people it's not this way. Womanhood is not just what's in the seat of your pants. A womanhood is a person, that's your grandma, not your grandfather, if you understand what I'm saying. That's like your grandma giving you a hug, or you falling, you sick, and your grandma rubbing your back more than your grandfather rubbing your back. Do you kind of understand what I mean? Like it's a woman's touch is going to always be a woman's touch. And it's not just because the hands are soft or whatever. It's because it's a certain aura, a certain thing that women do. And when you feel frightened, you are more automatically go towards a man. It's because it's something that exudes from each being that has nothing to do with your body parts. Even the thinking patterns are very different. And it's not something that you can say, I feel like this, to be able to, in my opinion, you can say what you feel like being or whatever. But to exclude the people who are that and say that they don't They don't have a place in that, and as you
in that conversation,
or what they say doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And also the other thing I don't like that sis thing. Unless you black or a man or woman that's my sister or my brother, you can't call me no sis. I'm a woman. We're not going how you want to be respected for us to call you by your pronoun. You want to respect this and not call me sis. Unless you black, you probably get away with it if you're a trans woman and you say sis. You know what I mean? But yeah, don't do that. And you should respect women's rights to say that, because ultimately this is the weirdest thing. This is a man who feels like a woman, who transitioning to be in their own thoughts of what a woman could be. But they're also a man still policing women in their bodies. And nobody's speaking up about that or saying anything about that this is still a biological man, which biology does not have to do just with your bones. It has to do with the chemicals and hormones, and I don't care what hormones you displacing. There are some things that's just innately man. This one, spider. And some things are just innately woman. That is something that you can't verbalize. It's a thing. One thing my dad will always tell me: a man has a need to have a responsibility. That's what drives a man. Because if they don't have a responsibility, they really ain't gonna do nothing. It's like they really driven, like eating, women, sleeping, fun, stupid stuff. But other than that, they can cut a lot of that out too and just be cool.
Yeah.
But when they have a woman in their life, they have a purpose to do things and be things, and that's what a man seeks out, or a child, or taking care of their mother, or taking care of something. But they have a drive, taking care of somebody, and being that leader.
Yeah.
And that's something that's a drive that's in men. Am I wrong?
Not wrong.
And women have a more nurturing soul. I don't care how hard or mean or harsh she is. Like I said, when a woman touches your back, you feel different. And that's even a woman touching a man's back or a woman touching another woman's back. Like, ain't nothing like laying in your grandma's arms or your grandma touching your head when you got to feed her versus a man touching your head. Like,
well, if you go drink some of your pee, I'm good. I don't got a fever.
My grandma knows it worked. I ain't drink a pee. But if you get pimples or something and you wipe baby pee on your face or put it on their face if they have thrush, it goes right away. It goes right away. Not my grandma said. That's why my grandma said you can put the baby pee. She said, but don't put your pee in it. It's too strong. But yeah, it's something that is innately safe about a man. It is. I don't know if you never experienced that or had some trauma in your life that you don't know what that is, but for the most part, people who don't have those things, is nothing safer than being around a man and knowing that, like, you're not gonna run to the girls or something, change your hair. I'm gonna run to the man, and not because it's like, I have in my mind that it's something that draws me to say this is safety. If I was blind, I would know where the man is to find, because I would smell it out. Like, not over here. There's danger over there. So yeah, so many things that are different. So it's okay. Be who you want to be. I respect everybody for what they want to be. I ain't even got time overly. It's no thing for me. But you're going to respect me. You just have to. But in addition to that, with the trans men, you choose that life. You can't change you can't just change something because you chose something different.
You chose to be different now.
It's almost the same. Like, it's supposed. I understand the equality of it, but it doesn't mean that it's
you can't do what you want to do.
This is not the same as nobody's treating you unequal. You are this.
You just can't force me to do what you want to do.
Yeah. And y'all, I think, see what y'all doing. Y'all trying to make it like how they do the black and white thing. Those are two different things.
They're not the same.
Because these are two different things. This isn't a choice.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Don't want to be anything else. But
it's what you would choose, but you didn't have a choice.
But if you feel that way and that's how you want to be, more power to you. But why do you have to make other people feel denigrate people, especially with Jess Hilarious? They talk more about how she looked and try to put it down and stuff. I wish I want to see the color of those women who was doing it. But But that's corny. And you ultimately, in my opinion, is why aren't, however you feel. But if you ever hit a woman, you are a man hitting a woman. So why aren't dudes checking these people because it's disrespectful to a woman?
But you also become a man hitting a woman.
I'm not saying hitting, but even speaking up and saying, "Yo, what hold, bro?" I mean, man, whatever you want to be called. But hold on, you got to remember your place too, because your aggressiveness, because that's a man's trait, is different from a woman's aggressiveness. It's different. Whether you want to feel away or pretend or act or whatever, however it is you do. It's a difference. It's a difference. It has nothing to do with your body parts or what you assume that what you've seen a woman to be.
Push it back, or you think that you're a timid. I was a timid man anyway. No, but still,
women are timid.
When that aggression comes, it will come in man form, not in woman form.
Physically and mentally.
Yeah, more mentally than physically. You can't fight.
But I mean, if he hit a woman, a lot of times, you still gonna be stronger than that person.
Yeah. If y'all. Even if you're physically the same size, a man's
just your force, the way your structures are, is going to hurt more. Unless you can take a punch.
Yeah, but she been fighting that.
I know it happens. But yeah, that's just one. It's just like, let's stop talking about it. One other thing is, if you're a genius, you ain't got to argue with people about if you're a genius or not. You just going to be a genius.
And most people who are geniuses don't even feel like genius. They're like, there's still something I need to learn.
But women. If you're a woman, why are you arguing with people about your womanhood? It can't go nowhere. It's like being black. I ain't gonna argue with nobody about how black I am. Whoa, like I can just take it off.
Ain't black enough.
Like, come on, it's just a dumb argument. If people want to feel that way or do whatever in that way, ignore it. It can't hurt you if nothing can be taken away from you. But somebody did make a point where I think from Foxhole or something, they said that it's almost like how Rachel Dolezal, like I feel like a black woman and I'm gonna get these privileges of a black woman, but none of the the other stuff. It's almost like that. You don't lose anything from it, but the audacity of thinking the struggles, because you don't know our world, you don't know our life.
You experience it a little bit when you as a grown up.
But both sides. If that's how you feel it. Women, if that's how they feel, leave it alone. You can't not be a woman. It's just impossible. You're going to be a biological woman no matter what you do. So nobody can threaten that or take it away from you. So just whatever. Because not everybody feels that way. And that was one individual, and it may be some other individuals that may have come out. I haven't watched and look at the comments or anything, but not everybody feels that way. People cool, let people be, and then ignore it and move on. But all right, you got anything else to say about that?
No.
Ooh, it's raining. Well, it's gonna cool off if I don't open my windows. I can't see it. What else? Monica jumped off stage. I don't know if you saw it. Did you see it?
I did see it.
You didn't?
Oh, all I did was sleep and work.
Oh, I keep bothering you with that. No, she jumped off stage. She saw it was her concert. She was, of course, it was her concert. She was singing, and then she saw this man. It ends up being a young guy punched this 50-year-old woman in the face.
What?
And she said, "You can't." Monica was like, "Hey, you can't hit that lady like that." And he said he wants to say something back to her, and she was like, "What? Get him out of here!" And he moved, so she jumped off stage to go get him. And then I guess they got the guy out of here. But she's like, he punched her. I understand the feeling. Monica, I don't know, she probably had a couple of knives on her. I know people who carry knives. I'm not saying you did, Monica, but I'm saying I wouldn't be. You from Atlanta, right? Ain't she from Atlanta? She from Georgia. Speaking of Georgia, Pine Straw. I didn't know about Pine Straw until today. Tell them the story about the Pine Straw.
Oh, there's two men selling pine straw door to door, and they walked up on the sheriff and asked him if he wanted to buy some pine straw, and he said, "Y'all got a license?" They said no. And he said, "Well, you stay here till my deputies come." so we can arrest you for it. And they said no and went to leave, and he shot at their car. And then they tried to sue him, but the DA said, no, that's my friend. And he did everything right. Those criminals, we had to get those criminals off the street.
Off the streets. Yep.
And I'm just like, wow.
Like, and then the sheriff, he says in like a speech, just basically, I'm friends with all the DAs. They always basically.
No, but this is my favorite.
What did he say?
This is my favorite DA. He's my friend.
He said if the DA, if he would do this,
if he would put
the people in the jury,
if he would put it in front of a grand jury, and
if the grand jury convicted me, he was being very brazen and he knew. But that's what happened. It was in some Pensacola, Georgia. Both of.
He was a good old boy.
Yeah.
You could tell he was the be all end all in his town, and how dare they be selling pine straw
for
like $7 or $8.
I didn't know what pine straw was. I thought pine straw was like a brand like Pine Straw. I was like, I was like, what's Pine Straw? I would have said, get one out of here too. That generic Pine Straw. But then I listened and said Pine Straw, and I looked it up, and I was like, oh, who? How you going first on make it? Tell them they gotta get a license to sell stuff that's free.
That's just falling in the woods.
Give them some money.
If you need it, what I don't know, maybe they use it as mulch or something.
Yeah, it's like mulch. I looked it up because I thought it was pine straw, but it's like a mulch thing. But it's with pine needles and it actually helps your garden grow. It's like it's good for it. And he shot at them boys, and nothing's gonna happen.
He was shooting at their wheels, so they couldn't go nowhere. And DA was like, we had to get those criminals off the street.
That's horrible.
Wow.
Yep.
But it's not even really considered a misdemeanor. You get a fine, a citation. It's like a traffic ticket.
And nothing, yeah. But they was in the wrong neighborhood. I guess it's all wrong neighborhoods when you get past a certain part.
Or into a certain part.
And see, that's the thing about traveling down south. Where do you go?
If you don't know, you better find out before you get there.
Know all the laws, because those laws be different. You can't go in that restaurant. You might still have to go in the back door some places. Now, seriously, I was in Macon, Georgia. They called a lot of black men boy. And I was like, oh, it's time to go because I'm getting angry. And I mean, they don't even look at them eye to eye. And it's like, what is going on here? You know, slavery over?
For lynching, eh?
I was like, oh, we got to get up out of here. I said, because one more boy, the black people won't beat me up. Because what I'm going to say and do that.
It used to bother me the way my grandma would say it sometimes. Like, the boy. Because I was like, ooh, you sound like an old white man when you say it, lady. And you kind of mean it like him, too. Because when you say it, you know my name.
Boy.
You've been there my whole life. Not boy, the boy.
The boy. All right, so let me see what else we're talking about. UFOs.
Yeah, I want to sleep on that shit because I'm like, who cares? Like, if they ain't got ray guns and try to kill us, like, mind our business, mind their business. Tell them
like hentai.
Yeah. Like
it's gonna be a hentai master.
Some shit like leave me out of. We got enough problems. And y'all want to be like, is it aliens? Are they here?
If they
what
here,
they want?
They've been here. They gonna do whatever they want to do, or keep continue doing what they want to do.
If they're capable, maybe they have more technology.
Or maybe they're safe for hentai.
But they're fragile. Who knows? I don't know. I don't really.
I better know out here.
For
the hentai. But yeah, I'm not concerned about that. Really.
Only if they got tentacles. They're like, that's me. Or what if that's what hentai tentacles? Because they found the tentacle aliens first.
Ooh, and he was like, hey, make a cartoon out of it.
That'll make them okay
once
with it.
Once that grabs people's attention.
That'll make them okay with it when it comes out for real.
Desensitized stuff. Mitch McConnell. He was smoking that twang. Don't wiggles. He was stuck. Did you see that? He was like, "Yo, everything cool." And he was like,
"His battery died." Somebody hit the off switch. Yeah, charge you back up like.
He just like, oh, oh my gosh! It was like a whole minute.
That nigga died on his feet.
Yeah, like he did
on his feet.
That would have been hilarious.
Yeah, the jump started.
We don't want anybody to die.
No.
But it would have been hilarious if he just I'm just saying. Hilarity of it. But yeah, you said he's been falling.
Yeah, they said
he rattled.
Yeah. We really should put an age on these politicians because at some point you lose touch with society.
Yeah.
Not because you're wrong, but you become conservative in nature, period.
Yeah.
Because you want things the way you're used to them as they evolve forward.
As well as
these
life,
people shouldn't but these people should not be in charge after a while. They can help you with their wisdom, but they should not be making the rules.
Yeah, we should have an old folks home for the.
They can tell you when you're doing something stupid.
Advisors.
Yeah, but they can't tell you the best thing to do. Like I don't even trust Bernie Sanders no more. And I like Bernie, but he's
gonna fall over too. Maybe,
yeah.
Hopefully not. But
he's like, yeah, bro, they that old. Yeah, they got a key in their back. They ain't even got battery. Just gotta wind it back up.
Yeah, well, he was stuck. That wasn't a good look. What is he? A senator? House of Representative?
Senator.
What is it? Is it
House of Representative?
What's the other one? It's just Congress and Senate, but the House of Representatives is in the Congress.
They're all Congress.
Yeah, and
there's
two houses of Congress. House of Representatives and Senate, right?
And you know what a bill is, right? you know,
listen. No, but why are they called the House of Representatives?
Representatives.
Oh, that's smart. The House of Representatives. Yeah, sounds better. Yep. Yeah, well, they do need to have an age limit on it. They should have a cap like Social Security age.
Or before, like 60, 62.
Yeah, 62, 65-ish. And that's it.
Before 70. You should not be 70 and still be in office.
You should be painting.
Or playing with your grandkids.
Yeah, they don't like their family. That's probably why.
No, they're greedy. They're power greedy.
Yeah, the powder. Yeah,
that too. Like,
what if they like, man, we get free powder? I'm never leaving here. Exactly. I'm never leaving this office.
They're going to keep electing me.
Free powder. Because they got all the money, but it's like, this is the best job ever. I can just go to work and get powder all day long. I go home. I hate it here. Go back to work.
And corporations will give you shit tons of money to lie to the people and make laws for them.
And you like, that's all I got to do? They get powder? I'm good. I think that if I did powder, I don't do powder. But if that was like all I got to do is chill in here all the time.
Well, they just found something in the White House, so.
Somebody was like, damn. I knew I had extra. Andrew Tate. I don't know.
He's an asshole. His delivery sucks.
His delivery sucks.
He's really a dickhead. But I don't really disagree with a lot of what he says.
And what he's getting charged with, I don't know exactly what he's doing. Because if he was actually illegally taking women, then
or locking them down so they couldn't
you can't
leave.
do that.
You can't make
that's kidnapping.
Yeah.
But if you were coercing, even if it was that strong, women to be a part of something.
But they got on a friggin' plane and came.
They still got yes or no. If you're not holding them down and saying this is what you do, now if they become in debt to you, they can't leave until they get paid that debt off.
That's slavery. That's the original slavery.
All right, we're gonna do that because you can't build up no debt.
No, but like,
and then write it off in 7 years. You can't go nowhere until you pay this off. Well, you got to leave something.
No, what?
It'd be a whole nother stream. But yeah. So I don't blame him if he had to keep them in until they paid everything off. No. What if somebody have a habit?
Sometimes you just gotta cut the loss and go. As a man, that's what you do.
I'm not a man. I'm a woman.
I know. So you'd be a madam. That's why madams run the most successful brothels because they play it totally different from men.
Yep. Because we be like, you owe me. You owe me.
A man will punch you in the face.
No,
but that's all you're going to get is that punch in the face, and so that you don't come short again. She going to do way more and make sure you come back. Mm-hmm. She going so it's a little different.
Yeah. Man of 9. I hate this phone. This phone is they're trying to make me get another phone. None of this works anymore. I can't get to my thing.
Okay.
It was something else.
You all.
Oh, but if we were saying about Andrew Tate, the other thing I just want to say about him, the women, that's pretty. They made a choice, in my opinion, but I don't know the whole story because if it was some coercion and stuff like that.
As a man, no, women are always allowed to change their mind. Men are not.
No.
Men have to keep their word. Mm-hmm. And once you say it, you do it, whether you mean it or not. Even if you change your mind about it and you don't mean it anymore, you still have to do it.
Yeah.
But women are allowed to change their mind whenever, however, want to win.
Yeah.
And you have to accept it.
Yeah.
And you know what? Like, I can be mad about it, but no, that's just what I was talking about. You know what? I believe it, and it is fair to be true over time.
And that is true. Didn't say it was fair. But men get to cheat.
Candy in the Ferris wheel.
Men get to cheat. So, the balance. Right?
No, men cheat with less connection for the most part. And nowadays everything is upside down. But and that's what the difference is. Like, I love her. Yeah, I cheated, but you know who I take care of.
So if they are in their mindset,
you know who I take care of. If you're who I take care of, shut the hell up because I take care of you. I was just fucking that girl. I was gonna get right back.
I ain't mad at that either.
Now, if I take care of both of y'all have to shut up. Take care of both of y'all. What do you need that I'm not taking care of?
Oh,
all right, then shut up.
Yeah. But lying about it, I don't like it.
Yeah, don't. That's not a man who say don't lie. If you bold enough to do it, you bold enough to tell the truth.
Because you give the person the opportunity. Yeah. But he making money. He found a way to get money. He found a way to get some women who probably never will get money some money. It's like if he never. I'm just saying. I'm not saying he's right or he a good person or anything like that. I'm just saying I can't see all the wrong in the stuff that he's saying.
I agree with a lot of what he's saying. I don't agree with a lot of what he does.
I don't agree with a lot of what he did, but I'm not saying I disagree with some of the things. It was the women had a choice. They got on a plane to come see somebody they didn't know to do something strange for a little change, possibly, allegedly, or to be even just to be in their lifestyle is doing something strange to do some change.
Yeah. Or some clout.
Yeah.
Even if you weren't expecting money because.
Yeah, just to be in that
experience.
What I found out now
is little boys kill for clout.
Yeah.
They kill people just to go on the internet and say, I killed him. I'm like, wow, that's dumb.
Yeah, it's more about this, like with the little girl who tried to say she ran away and then...
or the one who just said they won Powerball and was like, I just wanted to get on TV. I hate y'all. No, I don't hate y'all. But I hate y'all. Stop.
But yeah, all that for attention, and that's what the world is going to. So you don't know if people even getting money out of a lot of this stuff. They just doing it.
They 15 minutes or 15 seconds at this point. You go viral on a 30-second clip.
Yeah. Even
people give you a record deal.
Yep. And it don't matter. I'm not mad at people getting their money, but that's what it is.
Yeah. And that's why everybody's doing it.
Everybody's I'm hoping I get the catch up.
Hoping I get that 30 seconds of.
And they'll do anything. To their morals, anything, just to be able to get something, or unsafe things.
Oh yeah. And even worse, like the people filming them will keep filming them doing the unsafe thing, even when tragedy strikes.
Yeah.
I told you I had to stop on Twitter because I had too much death on my Twitter reel.
Oh, that's weird.
And I'm just like, I don't want to keep seeing people die.
You can go from titties, you can go to what else be on there?
News,
and then
fake news. Plenty of fake news that's completely just lies.
Yeah, but I mean, you don't know what you're going to scroll into.
Yeah, well, especially on mine because I like the weirder shit just to show you later for us to talk about it, something like that. Yeah. So then once I start liking that kind of stuff, that's the kind of stuff that keeps coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, like how I'm doing parkour with my buddy. He falls off the roof, and I just put the camera down to watch him fall.
Watch him fall instead of help, or like where is the instinct?
And I am programmed to think they don't show death on TV, not real death, so it must be okay. And as I'm watching, I'm like, oh no, this is not okay.
Not okay, because they didn't stop real. And cut. They didn't.
This is or the sound of a body hitting the ground from up high, from off the top of a building.
No.
Oh, you don't forget that. Even in through the audio, that sound of the body crunch. Oh,
I don't like that.
I seen a girl get hit by a septic train.
My uncle got hit by a trolley.
It was actually a trolley, yeah, the 36 trolley.
Mine was the 15.
I was sitting there waiting for it, and she was trying to get over to where I was waiting for it.
Oh.
And there was another one coming the other way. She was running past the stop, so she thought it had to stop, but it wasn't in service, so he wasn't even slowing down.
Oh, no.
She thought it had to stop at the stop, and she could make it across because the other one was coming too. And
oh, no.
I watched her body just like fold. It looked like somebody crumbled her up.
Oh, my gosh.
Like literally in front of me, it looked like somebody just crumbled like a piece of paper.
Oh, my goodness.
And I was just like, and the fucking trolley driver comes the other way, opens the door and said, yeah, I seen that. You getting on or not?
Yeah.
And I was just like okay, man. I guess I'm getting on because I do want to go home.
But I'm traumatized.
I am traumatized.
I am traumatized.
Like, the last thing that girl seen in her life was me going like this.
Oh, my God.
Because I could see that it wasn't going to stop and that it was empty.
Oh, I can't imagine.
But she was running full speed, and as soon as she stepped on the track, oh my God, it was so bad. But I see all kind of stuff like that on Twitter, or people getting shot or their head getting cut off. And I'm like, oh, Elon Musk is bad because you're supposed to.
He's changing the name, right?
He's doing anything he can because he's going bankrupt. He's not making any money.
And then Zuckerberg is starting one like a Twitter or something.
Yeah. He's fucking with him about it. Oh,
that's why they're fighting or something.
The billionaire wars are funny, but like they got to
get.
As far as I'm concerned, they should both get in the submarine. But let's not go there. And they take Bill Gates too.
They got to ride.
Like we'll give them a PlayStation controller, the new one.
I think now you just saying that. I think now it was a time where this is how I know this is about to go down. It was a time where the upper class, the 1% were so you didn't elite. Know them, elite, that you didn't know them, but now they're becoming the same as the social media type people. And so it's nobody in charge. It's just the people in charge.
When the veil is pulled away,
you're like, oh my gosh, this is the people.
When you see the Wizard of Oz, you're like, oh,
this is the people.
Oh yeah, like eat the billionaires.
Yeah, because look at it. And like, now with social media and everything, it's starting to show like they do some dumb.
They are dumber than the average.
Goodness.
They're not smarter than the average man.
Hey, boo boo. So
yeah, you can see by just the things they say. Like, oh,
wow, I'm stupid.
I used to think y'all were trolling, but you have done it way too much to the point where I'm like, oh, you know what you know, but nothing else.
You know how to get over on people.
Yeah, and that's usually what it is.
Yep. Well, all right, we're almost out of here. Let's talk about whatever else we talk about.
Yes.
I talked about the company and he's building over.
Huh?
Did I talk about them building over the burial ground?
No, we ain't.
Oh, there's a company in Houston that has plans on building, I think it's like a soccer building or something, and they found out it was over some black people bodies that was buried there, a cemetery. And they basically said, and this I believe, that they're not going to move anything.
They just won't build on top.
They used to be like, all right, we're going to pretend like we moving the bodies, but they don't move all the bodies. Yeah. But they're like, no, man.
I disagree with it. I think it's wrong. But I also know my ancestors. Go for it if you want
it. Yeah.
Like, I used to not believe in ghosts. I know a little better now. Like, look, there are things in this universe that can't be described with physics, science, in any way, shape, or form. And you know what? I've learned to be okay with that. At one point, I was like, no, there's got to be another answer. No. Some shit is just, it's not natural. It's supernatural.
But you got to listen.
And look, and I stay away from that type of thing. Me personally. Me personally.
Calvin, who works at McDonald's.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, that's doing that. I'm going there.
I remember we're the National Constitution Center here in Philadelphia, across the street from where George Washington used to live. And he had slaves.
Liberty Bell.
Yeah, right across the street from the Liberty Bell. And I'm saying the wrong building. It's another one. That's the one across over.
Yeah.
The Independence Visitor Center. Is that it? I don't know. It's
on you used to tour that stuff.
Yeah, but they wasn't there. I used to work right there, but it was.
That was there.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't there when I was tour guide.
Oh yeah, that. Well,
it was just
all the buildings was there. What you talking about?
It was just flat grass over there.
Yeah.
And I remember when we had to move our trolleys once or whatever, and they was getting ready to start digging over there, and they ended up finding out it was George Washington's slaves' burial ground. Because he had slaves here. What he used to do, he used to send them back after a certain amount of months. And as soon as they touched them down in Virginia, they were slaves again. Because in Philadelphia, you can have your slaves up here for up to 6 months. Oh, so before, I think, yes, around that time. But
whatever caveat they gave them to be able to own people.
So after that time, your slave would be free. So he would send his slaves back every time that time was up. And then once they dropped down, they had to come on right back because it was a new set time for them to be there. So so he had a bunch of slaves. He was the president. And that was their burial ground. So they got some of the bodies up. I don't know if they got all of them up. I don't want to go in that building. Because I remember being there and it was like we had to stop because they dug up a body.
That's Philly. Mm-hmm. Anywhere you dig, you probably go dig up a body.
Oh, yeah. I mean, intentional digging.
Yeah.
Not want to just lay it out.
Yeah, I mean, not a burial ground, but per se, but
he was buried.
Yeah.
All right, I think that's all we have to talk about this week. Hunter Biden and my Trump.
Screw Hunter Biden.
Hunter Biden is going to jail.
He should. If he broke the law, send him to jail. Like, I don't care.
What did he do? I know he had a gun.
Yeah, he had a gun and
some crack. No, I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah, crack too. Oh, yeah, that's a 30-year sentence, isn't it? Isn't that the same thing that
he had
his
a
father
crack
endorsed?
Charge, and then had a gun.
I don't know.
I don't know. Possibly, I don't know.
But they said that the reason why he's getting off on that or getting a misdemeanor because he went into a rehab. What they got to do unless he had the crack on him, and even then.
He already had the correct charge, so that meant he couldn't have the gun, and then he got caught later with the gun. That's what I was under the impression of, but I don't really know.
But that don't mean you go to rehab because you go to jail. They ain't got nothing to do with you. It's not like you was high up on something and you had the gun, unless you were. But a gun charge and that are two different things.
And if you're on probation for one, you violate it. Now, once you violate it, you go to jail.
Yeah, and one is a felony, one is a misdemeanor, right? The crack is a. If you smoke,
I don't know.
I mean,
I don't go to jail.
Yeah, that's not a place you want to be. But this is his third strike, and that's what it is. His father endorsed the 3-strike bill or wrote it or something to help with it. And now he's not going to jail forever. Is that the law?
Some states. We never had it. So in Pennsylvania, we never had 3 strikes.
It was New Jersey has it.
They might. But I know we never had it.
We just locked them up for a long time when they're cracking guns.
Or not even a long time, depending on what it was. You're like, let them out to do it again.
Mm-hmm. That's what they do a lot of times. So.
It's sometimes let them out for the.
Talking about that before we go, they cloned Tyrone. He hasn't seen it, have you?
No, I haven't.
Watch it. It basically tells about what we were talking about there. I'm gonna do a review on it. I think I don't know, like a 10-second, 30-second quick thing. Because I don't like to do a lot of those either. I like to talk to you guys on Fridays, though. I think that's all we're talking about. Trump is indicted again.
And again and again and again, because there may be more charges coming.
Yeah.
And my thing is, shut up. If he did it, send him to jail. If he didn't, let him be free.
He'll be free.
But I'm saying, like I was talking to you earlier, if we're going to investigate Hunter Biden, what do Trump kids do? Can we investigate them too? Because I know that boy got $1 billion after he left the office, Ivanka's husband got $1 billion from the Saudis. A fucking $1 billion from the Saudis. As soon as they left office, like if we not going to look into that, then
it's a little strange.
$2 or $3 million from Hunter Biden means shit to me. Like, but I think if any of them are breaking the law, they should go to jail.
Yeah.
You put them in the same cell. I don't care.
Yeah, they go to like that Club Fed stuff.
Yeah.
That'll be fine.
It's not like you put them in real jail.
Yeah, that'll be fine. Yeah. But whatever.
Yeah.
Trump.
Yo, does he still get the Secret Service if he go to jail? So they gotta stand outside the cell like this. We like really locked up now.
The Secret Service people.
They gotta walk. The Secret Service gotta walk around with shanks.
Yeah, because what if they get them the other way where they make them
take their guns.
Yeah.
So I had the Secret Service toss us out.
Oh my gosh, and bringing in some meth and stuff. Oh, that'd be crazy. I wonder because it's probably nothing precedent for that. So they probably would have to do it until they make up a law to say they can. This country is amazing.
I would love to
do whatever you want to do. I would love to see that. I would love to see that happen. I would love to see, not saying I want Trump to go to jail, but if he went to jail and became president, I would love to see that. That would be amazing.
Well, no, I'm gonna tell you what would happen. The vice president would immediately take charge, whoever that would be. Probably your girl MJG.
Oh, she got a video out.
Yeah.
She got a video out. That showing is not tough. But
and then they will immediately pardon him and reinstate him as president.
Yeah, I want to see that though. That would be so interesting to watch. Just to see how crazy this country is. And just see how he can come up out of the ashes. You know how his people would be so like
indignant then?
Yes.
They feel like they could just shoot at black people's tires because they share.
But he's oh boy. All right, let's get up out of here. It's after 9. It's after 10.
Yeah,
I appreciate everyone. Hours. I am so tired. I should have took that nap. But I was not because I deserved some me time.
Took my nap because I'm about to go to work.
Yeah.
My other job, this is work too. No, it's not this fun.
Calvin going to McDonald's.
In Queens. We got a long way to go.
First I was on the register. Now I'm going to get the big bucks. All right. Have a great week. Have a great weekend. Well, have a great weekend. Have a great Friday evening. Have a great week. And we'll catch you. I want to go to sleep so bad. And we'll catch you next week. It's the heat also that's making me tired. Or just sluggish. But anyway, peace out, everybody. Say bye, Anthony.
Bye, Anthony.
And we out.